This is ESBR Boxing. Delighted to be joined by Sam Gilley ahead of his fight for the Commonwealth title against Louis Greene in what, 10 days now, Sam? How are you feeling 10 days out? We're filming this now, 10 days
10
out, obviously
days.
October 21st.
Yeah, 10 days out, mate. Just counting down the days now. Just wanted to get here. Do you know what I mean? It's been a long camp, and all you do every day, all day, every day, like it's the first thing you think about. It's the last thing you think about at night. So just so excited for it to get in now.
Absolutely, yeah. I'm really excited for you as well and looking forward to this fight. You're up against Louis Greene, as I mentioned at the beginning there, for the Commonwealth title, super welterweight. How did this fight come about? When did you first hear about it?
It weren't too long before my last one, because obviously I was trying to see if I could have any step ups or anything like that, but nothing was really coming about. And then during fight week, Rod said there could be something in the pipeline, and then the circular got announced for the Commonwealth, and it made me Rod had worked his magic and got me mandatory for the Commonwealth. So literally that was how it come about. And as soon as they said like I was mandatory for it, that was it. Like I vacated the English, and that was my full focus.
So was that a difficult decision at all, or were you, or is it matter of did you want to keep the English title if possible, or did it not really matter to you?
Ah, listen, you always want to keep the English title. I had it for a couple of years, so I milked the life out of it really. So it was nice to get the opportunity, because it was cool. Like I was hoping I'd like won the English. I was hoping that'd make me put me in line for a British, but that weren't to be. So thankfully the Commonwealth made me mandatory, and it gave me a little step up the ladder. So yeah, that's it's all exciting though.
Absolutely, mate. Absolutely, yeah. Obviously you mentioned there you're up against Louis Greene. What do you know about him? And what do you expect from him? Obviously, you're not going to give details away, but kind of what do you know about him? Have you watched him much?
Yeah. I've had a little watch of him. Yeah, listen, he's obviously a strong puncher, comes forward, and he's always in good fights. So it's gonna be really exciting on the night. But he's there to be hit, and the one thing you don't want to be when you're fighting me is straight in front of me. So it's gonna be really interesting.
Yeah, you mentioned there I believe he's 16-3. Does have quite a good few stoppages. Three defeats were to the likes of Lewis Crocker, Harry Scarf, and Larry Ekundayo. What does So they're all decent, they're all decent level fighters. So it's taken good fighters to beat him. What does he do well, and what do you then need to do to make sure you hear and new at the end rather than and still?
Yeah, he's listen, he's a very fit lad, very very strong, and he obviously punches very very hard. So I've just got to use my boxing. Do you know what I mean? Don't get involved in his game, and just outsmart him basically.
Yeah, very interesting, very interesting. You mentioned there, just quickly want to go back something you said there, Sam, about obviously you'd fought for the English, you had the English, you defended the English, you wanted to keep it, but you were maybe trying to see if you could get onto the British. Do you feel though that the Commonwealth is still kind of a step, a stepping stone, whether it would be to English, people who say the traditional route, English, Commonwealth, British world, is that something kind of
Yeah,
that,
hun-
that, that
yeah, 100%. Yeah, like it's still on the traditional route, isn't it? It's just going a different path for it. I mean, this fight's for a final eliminator for the British anyway, so like it ticks off two things. It gives me another one on the belts on the domestic route, and it also puts me in line for the best belt we can fight for in Britain.
Absolutely, fingers crossed, we'll see that at some stage in the not so distant future. Mentioned at the beginning there, Sam, 10 days to go. How do those last 10 days look like for you? Kind of give an insight into fans as to how that would look like for you. When's the last spar? Have you had the last spar? Well, when does training taper down?
Well, yeah, it's obviously I've been doing 12 rounders for a couple of weeks now. So now obviously the rounds come down, but you intensify what you're doing. Do you know what I mean? So it's not it's not as bearing on your body, but everything you are doing is quite intense. But obviously this week's quite tough because your food's coming down, your weight's coming down, but everything's still quite like quite a high volume. So it is tough, but it's only a few more days, and then you really really taper off then, and get yourself nice and sharp for fight week, and then it's just about sitting and enjoying every bit of fight week until Saturday.
You mentioned there enjoying fight week. Is that something you enjoy, or is it one of those just kind of things, it's part and parcel of being a professional boxer now at this level?
A bit of both, really. I mean, yeah, you've got to do it. It's like it's part of the job, ain't it? You've got to go and sell the fights. You've got to go and put yourself out there to the public. You've got to do all the interviews and stuff like that. But yeah, all we want to do is get to the fight. You know, I mean, all that stuff's all well. But the only good thing about it is like me coming from small shows when it was just weigh in fight. Then weeks would take so long. Where you've got like open workout, then a press conference, then a weigh in, then like you got something to do every day, so you're busy. So them days get eaten up quite quickly. It makes the week go a little bit quicker rather than it dragging out. Maybe that's just me, but yeah, instead of it dragging out, it's nice to keep yourself busy and like you just being around the big fight week and stuff is what we wanted since we started out doing this. So yeah, you can't moan about it one bit.
Yeah, absolutely, I'm sure. Huge card, obviously. Your fight, one of the biggest fights on the card too. But obviously, top of the bill is the British light heavyweight, undefeated or versus undefeated contest. Joshua Buatsi, Dan Aziz. Obviously, it's a massive card at the O2. There'll be a big crowd in there. It must feel pretty special for you, fighting on a stage like this.
Oh yeah, I mean, a couple of times like when I went on to Sky Sports News and I was standing in the studio, honestly, they must have thought that I'd never like left my house before because I was sitting there, I was going, mate, this is mad. It feels like I jumped into me telly. I was like a proper little fanboy walking around. Do you know what I mean? So it is. I'm living my dream, being on platforms like this. This is yeah, this is only stuff I could dream of when I started to when I started out as as a pro boxer. Do you know what I mean? Watching Ricky Hatton filling out arenas and stuff like that, I was like, I want to fight in a packed arena. So this is. I boxed at the O2 before, but there was about 4 people in there. It was about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, so I didn't really get the full experience that I'm going to get this time.
Absolutely. And would you say then, I know you boxed at Ali Pali before, didn't you? And I know you said you're a darts fan, so that was pretty big moment for you. Would you say that
Yeah, do you
this is
know
bigger
what?
for her?
Do you know what? I thought that was unreal. They definitely need to do more shows at Ali Pali. That was really really good. I really enjoyed that. Like they had the fan zone outside, like a bit like what they have at the darts, where they had like games, they had food stalls, they had like a little mini boxing ring where I think someone I can't remember who it was, what like an ex pro. I think it might have been Spencer Oliver. He took a few like kids on the pads and stuff like that. But yeah, it was just a really good experience for fans as well as us. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, yeah, the Ali Pali's been a fun place to be for the darts for a few years.
And do you feel like that this is a natural progression, or do you know that kind of your what third main fight on the card behind potentially
Yeah,
the Chamberlain one fight? So it's
yeah.
massive step.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I mean. It's like I'm fine. It's taken me to. I've started when I was 11. It's taken me from 29 to get to be walking out in front of a packed arena. Like I've done so much graft to get to this stage. So I'm just going to enjoy it absolutely every second that I can and take it all in and just make it special.
Absolutely. And then have to I mentioned to you your obviously your last fight. Saw that each of a body shot. Video went viral, I think, all over social media and Twitter. Do you think you've gained a whole lot of new fans because of that?
Oh man, I wouldn't know. I mean, listen, every time I walk into a gym or I walked into Box Fit the other day where I got all my kit made, and they was like, mate, that weren't fair. That was out of order. Like, I went, you can't be hitting people like that. Like, everyone, obviously, everyone's seen it. I think it had 1.5 million views on Sky Sports Instagram. Like, I still think they need to give me 50p a view, so they owe me quite a bit of money. But yeah, mate. I mean, it's unreal. Unreal. It was a great shot, great ending to the fight. It's a bit of a shame for Ellis Corey because he done so well that night. He managed to dig in and get all the way through until the last 10 seconds. But yeah, on this side of the fence, it's really really good.
Absolutely. And I have to ask you as well, obviously this is the for the Commonwealth, but I know that you were a keen watcher of Sam Antwi against Mason Cartwright the other week. Antwi obviously winning via knockout in the end. I saw on your Instagram story, I think it was. What did you make of that fight and Antwi's performance? And is that something that you have your eyes on next, provided you win on October 21st?
Yeah, 100%. Early next year. Yeah, 100%. That way I've completed. Win my next two fights, I've completed the belts at domestic level boxing. Do you know what I mean? Then it's on to European and world. So, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. But yeah, I was funny enough. I was actually in Peacock Gym when Antwi was having his last spar. Like, listen, I get on well with Sam. He's a lovely lad, and we both said to each other, like, this is quite weird, isn't it? Like, if he wins, I win, and fighting each other. Like, it's a mad old game. Like, you're all knocking around the gym together and stuff like that. So everyone's having like a little look at the sparring and stuff. So, but it was from a fan point of view, it was an unreal fight. The boys just went at it from the first bell. So in terms of entertainment, I mean, you ain't going to get much more better than that. But it was a shame for Mason at the end because listen, he's a good lad and he put a good performance on. But yeah, fair play to Antwi, mate. That was unreal knockout.
Absolutely, and I can already see it now. Don't know about you, just the way both of you fight. 2024, Sam Gilley, Sam Antwi. It's already got fight of the year written all over it, I think.
100%. Yeah, we need to make sure that's a nice big arena, sold out, and we can get a nice few quid for it as well.
Absolutely. Obviously you're at 154 pounds, super welterweight. What do you make of the domestic scene outside of yourself and Sam Antwi? There's obviously, some names that people would probably have up at the top for like your likes of, your likes of the Josh Kellys. But then there's so many good fighters around there. JJ Metcalf, Sam Eggington, Troy Williamson, even, Junaid Bostan coming through. What do you make of the scene domestically?
Yeah, I mean, it's probably domestically one of the most packed divisions out there. There's some great fights to be made. It'd be interesting to do like a Super Six format, wouldn't it? Like between all of us and just get everyone fighting each other, and it'd be good. Like if I had to pick one out of that lot, it would be JJ Metcalf, just purely because he's got a belt that says world title on it. You know what I mean? He's world champion. So whether that's IBL or not, it still says in the history books he's going to go down and he's won a world title. So fair play to him. So he's at the top at the minute, and that's if I could pick one, that's what it'd be.
Absolutely. And then Sam, I don't really want to take up too much more of your time, but I always like to finish by asking you, what can we expect from the Magic Man, Sam Gilley, come fight? Now, why should fans tune in to watch your fight?
Because it's never boring when I'm in the ring, and it's definitely not boring when Louis Greene's in the ring. So listen, we're gonna meet, and it's just gonna be an absolute dust up. So I can't wait.
Listen, Sam, really appreciate your time as always, top man, and I can't let you get away without asking. I know we quickly touched on it off camera at the start, but win this on October 21st. Is there any more rounds of golf in the pipeline, or the club's hibernating for winter?
100%. I mean, we had a golf day on the 30th of September for Rod's 50th birthday. I hope you don't mind me telling him on his 50 on the camera. But yeah, we had a golf day. Everyone from the gym went and played, and I've only broke 100 about 3 times, and I shot a 90 around one of the hardest golf courses in Essex. So I won the whole day. Everyone put some money into a pot, and I won the whole thing. So I had an absolute blindness. I don't know. I'm not sure whether to retire from golf now, but no. Hopefully, there's still a nice bit of weather after next weekend, and I can get back out and have a couple of rounds before the winter comes.
Absolutely, mate. Brilliant stuff. For me, I mean, my clubs are away now until April, to be honest with you. I'm a fair weather golfer, unfortunately, but
Yeah,
yeah.
oh mate, I am as well. But there's been no golf other than obviously it was a special occasion for Rod. But I've not been able to play golf through camp, so I'm looking forward to just, even if it is a little bit boggy, just get out there, just get something to do.
Absolutely, mate. Listen, Sam, appreciate your time as always, mate. Good luck on October 21st, and I'm sure I'll catch up with you again soon with a new belt over the shoulder.
Yes, mate, 100%. Cheers.
Cheers.